What's up, guys? It's Daz here. But you don't really care, as we are now going to complete everything there is to do in the Gerudo desert. So first of all, we're going to the far southwest to take on shrines. So the first thing I'm going to do while we're on this little loading screen is I'm going to find all of the shrines that we have missed in the Gerudo desert. We are starting from the southwest portion and going north as we go along. So first of all, we are at the skeleton we saw in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. This is the current solution. It doesn't have a big title because we've already been here. I just didn't do the actual thing. So now I can stop being so quick with the intro. Let's slow down. So this whole shrine is about connections again. It's circuitry. The diamonds give you the electricity, you put it through the metal objects they give you, and you complete the circuit. Nice and simple, except it gets a little bit complicated in this level. At least, actually no, I don't think this one does. Anyway, this one is just pretty much the same, except now you have a little ball that is attached by a chain. I also want to make sure this is going at the best angle because we have a lot of extra, that's like looping around the pillar. Hold on. Get around like that. And there we go. Push it into the bulb and we've completed the circuit. Woo! Right, the next... okay, good. You are going to come down. Good. Did you get stuck for a minute there? Oh well. The next thing we want to do is now worry about this ball. What's really cool though is we're now using the circuits to basically lift up platforms. Why exactly there's 3, I'm not quite sure, but when you leave them alone, the platforms come back down. And this is the perfect and kind of comedic weapon for these Guardian Scouts. Goodbye and goodbye. And hi you. Goodbye. I don't know why I find that entertaining, but it is entertaining. Oh well. Now if we put the ball on the circuit to the right, we will get a nice little, not very well hidden treasure. That's all I was going to say something more, but I completely forgot what I was going to say. So there you go. Have some treasure. What is it? A gold rupee. Nice. That's a lot of money they're pretty much just giving us for free. I mean, is that really a treasure people don't find very often? I don't know. Anyway, speaking of treasures people don't find very often, I'm also using this as an excuse to also get the Guardian pieces. There is a treasure box, treasure chest, underneath the water. All we need to do is use magnesis and pull it up. Nice, an ancient core. Cool. Right, let's go back to the main path. Nope, I messed up. Alright, and the final piece is to go and complete this circuit. Except that's not quite how it works. We are missing a cog in the circuit. So there's a whole nother path and a whole long, like a mini little riddle to get the cog that we can see behind this gate. Now you can see the gate is opened by these cogs, which are also opened by this circuitry. All you need to do is pretty kind of simple. You need to move the platform so that all 3 of the bulbs line up and complete the circuit. You have this metal piece here, which you can slide along to make sure they're blocked the right amount. But here's the thing. If you put it on these 2 blocks here, what you'll notice is the first one is fine, as is the third one, but the middle one isn't. And because we have a double block thing that's moving, if you move it so that only one is being blocked, it still doesn't line up. So what you need to do is something a little bit tricky. The middle path is actually created of separate blocks. Actually, I think they all are, but the middle one in particular you want to focus on. What we want to do, and this might be a bit finicky, there's probably a better way to do it control-wise, but I'm a bit finicky in trying to make this work. We want to get the block in between the stone blocks so that we block only a little bit. We don't block it all the way, if that makes sense. We want one block not being blocked in the middle path. Might be hard to explain. I'll just try and finick my way around. So what I'm doing is I'm like pushing against it to like basically cause the friction so that make it not lean away. It's like if I have this here, have you guys come down, I can push in, lean away, and these guys aren't gonna move. There we go. Kind of. Right, so now that they're separated, that's great. I can let go and then slide in. There we go. Now that we've got it partially blocked and the last one fully blocked, and the first one not blocked, we have unlocked the cock. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. It's just a little finicky to do with controls. Now I'm going to put you over there. Cool, because there's another treasure here. A sapphire. Nice. Now there's something I want to try. If I were to break this circuit, surely the gate would shut, right? So if I press this button, I'll break the circuit, and surely I should get trapped inside. What does the game do? That just keeps the gate open. Okay. Alright then. That's kind of smart, I think. Now, I'm just going to be back in a moment. I'm going to check down there to see if there's any treasures hidden, because I didn't do it in my practice file. Give me a moment. That's a no. Oh well. I feel like there could have been a potential there, but oh well. And now, just put the piece in place, and... bada bing. Shrine complete. Nice and simple. The theme of electricity pretty much goes through all of the shrines in the Gerudo Desert, so when I said that this was going to get really complicated later, I was probably just referring to another shrine, because they kind of meld together in my mind. Okay, so I've put a pin on the next 4 ones we're going to do, next 5 ones. Next one we're going is to the east on a little mound in that region there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on all the shrines in the main actual desert area first, from the southmost one to the northernmost one, and then I'm going to go along the actual mountainous peaks, I guess you can call them, that's on the northern edge of the desert. That is the route we are going to take. Here we are, just about here. I'm done for. I just found the shrine too. Ugh, my throat, it's so dry. I can't move a muscle. If this really is the end, I wish I could have one last taste. One sip. One sip of an ice cold, noble pursuit. Alright, that opens the perfect drink. Oh boy, this took me a long while to get here. Now I'm not even allowed to travel here. Game, you're so cruel to me. Anyway, we need to go to the place that makes the noble pursuit. The bar. Alien Vi, I can't tell how old you are, but this place is definitely not made. Yeah, we know this bit. Noble Pursuit? Want to try our signature drink, Noble Pursuit? Unfortunately, I need a huge amount of ice to make that drink, and I'm fresh out right now. Besides, it's a really strong drink. Even if I could make it, I wouldn't sell it to a little Vi like you. Actually, blah 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 blah, Pokey's dying. What'd you say? Pokey's collapsed? I want to help her out, but I can't make her you-know-what without ice. There's ice at the ice house, but my legs aren't in the best shape for holding ice. Should I get it for you? Are you serious? You'll get it? That'd be a huge help. Pokey is my best customer after all. I wish I could get the ice myself. Anyway, the ice house is north of town. Anke makes it and manages it, but I think if you explain the situation, she'll let you have some ice. You should know that she heads to bed quite early. If you plan to go, you need to go there while it's bright out. Oh, young lady, carrying ice all the way through the desert and then all the way to town, I can't let that stand. If you bring the ice to the entrance of the ruins between the town and the ice house, I can take it from there. Okay, cool, that voice kind of butchered me. But anyway, where we need to go is not there, that's a Molduga region. We're going through these ruins to the north, and this is the ice house. So I will meet you on the other end over there. Welcome to the northern ice house. We just went north from the town. You'll see it on the way back soon enough if you're a little lost.
Oh.
This is an ice house used for storing the ice brought down from the mountains. Seeing as we live in a desert, it's pretty important stuff for us Gerudo. So I guard the ice house 24 hours a day. Actually, no you don't. That was weirdly phrased. I see. Well, if Ferosa wants ice, then you should bring her some. You're permitted to take some ice. You've taken the heat into account, right? If you move too slowly, the ice will surely melt. Ferosa has no use for water. Okay, so what we need to do is just bring it all the way to the other end of the ruins. Just get back without the ice melting, which means you need to do it somewhat speedily. And don't let it burn, even in this scorching heat. I would kind of recommend sticking with the shade, but I kind of wouldn't. You'll see why in a moment. Ooh, was that me? Did you hear that wheeze? I might not have picked up on the mic, but I'm really wheezy. That's a thing that happens these days. Anyway, so as you can hear, other than my wheeze, the ice is slowly melting. It's slowly simmering. It's hissing at me. And it does actually stop when you're in the shade. So that's a good technique if you want to make it last a little bit longer. The only downside is these ruins aren't just home to a bunch of pillars. Also, I'm going to put on the sand boots because it's going to go even faster. Look at me. I'm such a pro at this. But no, you're going to have to face some fiery enemies on the way, and just general enemies. we have some fiery Lizalfos to deal with. These guys will... Ah, shoot, I didn't realize that guy was on the right. They will blare their fiery breath at you. And if they can't reach, they'll use fire arrows that go right through the pillars, apparently. If this guy is the only one that notices me, I'm just going to move perpendicular to his aiming. There we go, and we should be fine. Ah, shoot, that guy might notice me. Hold on, there's nothing to see here. Don't notice me, don't notice. Good, good. I think we're doing all right then, yeah. Especially with these sand boots, they're not actually going to make me go slow in the sand, so I can just sort of go out of bounds a little bit, which is really kind of easy. I might have almost practically cheated this level a little bit, or this little mini mission, but that's fine. I'm not going to complain. Oh god, why do I keep wheezing on the inhale? That's not good. That's been happening ever since... I don't even know why I've been wheezing. Oh well, you're not here to know about why I'm wheezing. Getting old, obviously. The old age of 20. Jesus, right. All we need to do anyway is go to the very southern end of this ruins, and somewhere around here should be Ferosa. I'm still taking damage from this heat, but I can't really cool myself, so I'm just going to bear it. Where is she?
Whoa.
Hey, over here, this way. Bring the ice over here. Cool, cool, cool. Now the music's going back more to the Gerudo town music as well. That's cool. Right, also, if you notice the temperature gauge, we're just below too hot, and then when we're in the shade only, it's cool. Whoa, no doubt about it. That's definitely ice from the ice house. I'll be able to make a noble pursuit with this. Maybe the best I've ever made. I've got to make one more favor to ask. Could you go and let Pokey know? Just tell her the best drink ever is waiting for her. What? No, of course this will work. Knowing her, if she hears a delicious drink is waiting, she'll come running. Okay. Wow, I might actually need to go to the doctor's. Right, and Ferosa just ups and disappears. We now need to go to Pokey, and we can go and get to that shrine. I'll also come back and see how Pokey's doing when she goes back to Noble Pursuit a little bit later, if I remember. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna rot here. Oh, actually, no you're not, because we have drinks waiting for you, so get off your butt and move.
Eh?
Did you say best Noble Pursuit ever? Pfft, I am gone. The wonders of motivation? I don't know. Anyway, that's now the perfect drink done, so let's go and get our shrine. Now here's a weird thing. This is a blessing shrine. Misae Suma's blessing. Does that mean that they destined for a Gerudo person to fall onto that thing? Was it planned? Does this place particularly make you thirsty? And was there a torture element here to make sure that someone would be here when the hero needed to come here? Why would there be a blessing on this shrine? Anyway, we get a diamond for it, so if we ever break our weapons, we can go and buy them back. You've done well to arrive at the shrine. A hero rises to right the wrongs of Hyrule. Alright, and that's that done. Next up, we're going to go just a little bit south of Gerudo Town, because now that the Divine Beast is done, we have another shrine available to us. So where we need to go, the town is just that little mountain right there, is towards this little Palm Beachy oasis little thing. This takes us to the Sand Seal Rally. I wonder what's going to happen here, eh? Now, we could just talk to these people. Finally, Tali. Or I could just go and take this pedestal. Ball. Hey, 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 hey! That item is one of those who have proven themselves in the Sand Seal races. Hands off. Oh, sorry. Well, now I can talk to you, huh? What do you want? The great Tali doesn't have time to chat with just anyone. You see, now that the Divine Beast is gone, we can finally use the race course. Tali is busy focusing her energy for the Sand Seal race. Actually, do you want to try and beat Tali's record? I'll warn you, they don't call her Dame of the Dunes for nothing. Who are you? If you must know, I am the one who raised Tali into a world champion. She's always been shy, but for some reason she's opened up to me. Isn't that right, Tali? Haha, you're so funny, Tali. Now we ride. Now the Divine Beast is gone, we can take the seals out again. I doubt anyone in the world could beat Tali's time, though. Tali? Hey, hey now, Tali is Tali! Tali is the Sand Seal Racing World Champion. Who else would Tali be? Now we ride. Blah, 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 blah. We've seen this line of dialogue 5 seconds ago. Sand Seal Race? You've never heard of Hyrule's pastime, the world-famous Sand Seal Racing? I thought everyone knew about it. Isn't that shocking, Tali? You surf with a sand seal and race to the finish line while also going through the arches. That's Sand Seal Racing. And if you get off your shield or leave the course bounds, you're disqualified. Tali's record is 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you can beat that record, that trophy is yours. This is the grand trophy that's been passed down by 10,000 years of Sand Seal Racing champions. Tali here is the current champion. Will you try challenging her record? Of course. I forgot to mention, since you're racing against the champ's record, it'll be 50 rupees per race. Okay. Alright, payday. Enough talk. Let's begin. A challenger has appeared to take on the Gerudo Sand Seal race. Apparently one who does not mind risking life and limb. But will our current record fall? The one set by our undefeated champion? The incomparable beast of the desert, the Sand Seal is ready to race, to ride even. Can our new contestant reach the goal in less than 1 minute 30 while still passing under every arch? The suspense is killing me. I'm gonna start the countdown. Right, so what you're going to notice about this race is it sounds exactly the same as the Gut Check Rock Challenge. Interesting, especially since they're both just a little bit north or south of the actual main event. Anyway, what we need to do is pretty much just dash as much as we can through all the arches. Really, it's not challenging. I didn't find any challenge in this. You just keep dashing as much as you can, do what you can. Practice File did this the first try. I expect it will be the same here. The arches also aren't particularly tricky, they're right on the path. The hardest bit though is you're not allowed to fall off of your shield or come off of it. So because of that you have to avoid the enemies as you go. The enemies that we just so happen to be riding right past the homes of. You will see them in a moment. The music's quite nice though, it's awfully dingly though. Anyway, there's rocks in the way that can be pushed. If you look to the right now, you can see the one actually pushes them on purpose. So they're not just random events, so that's interesting. Then also we're going through 3 skull caves. You never see this many bounded together at once. It doesn't actually look like they've got a lot inside there. Interesting. Anyway, with 1 minute and... Wow, I said that way too early. Here we go. Number 8, 1 minute and 16 seconds. We're done. Perfect. I believe this belongs to you. This trophy is something special, you know. Our champions have passed down a legend about it for 10,000 years. The legend goes, when the holy jewel is offered onto the pedestal, the chosen one will be granted a new power. But that power has never been granted to anyone, not even to me, obviously. And yet, I sense a power emanating from you, the likes of which I have never felt in anyone else. You should give it a shot. And so, a new champion is born. Alrighty then. Let's go and put it in front of, well, the audience is gone, so never mind for that. But actually, before I do this, I want to see what you guys say. That was some solid riding. A champion talking to someone besides me? I must admit, I'm a little jealous. Oh, I guess you're the new champion now. As a legend shared among Sand Seal racers that the Grand Trophy is the key to finding an ancient treasure. But that's a load of seal snot if you ask me. Okay, well, prepare to get your minds blown. Or not? There we go. Hey! Don't give me that look like nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Is that a shrine? I didn't think it actually happened, but... Well, if it takes someone like you, destined for greatness, to beat me, then it really is kind of an honor. Hang on now, Tally. Don't act like this isn't a big deal. Just watching knocked the breath right out of me. I'm sure I lost 3 years off my life from the stress, too. Just 3 years? Huh? What are you trying to say? Well, that may be have taken 3 years off my life, but now I've got a new goal, training Tali to defeat the new champ. I won't rest until Tali has pulled off a big comeback and reclaimed the title of racing champion. Now then, enough chit-chat. If you want to ride, you'll have to pay 100 rupees. What are the rules this time? Is this a whole new game? Guide your Sandsill and head towards the goal, all while getting... No, so this is just another race that costs more money? Maybe another time if I want some money rewards, but nah, I'm gonna wait. Cool. Let's get into this shrine since it's a little bit more important. The Raqa Zunzo shrine. Sounds cool. Now, once again, it is a blessing because it's more of a trial to get into the shrine than it is to actually do it. Ooh, a radiant shield. It looks pretty similar to the actual Daybreaker. Huh. And I've got too many. Alright, now that we're done with that, we're going to move a little further north. I'm going to get rid of this pin because it's kind of annoying me. The southernmost one is actually the one to the right. So I guess that's our next destination. Alright, so here we are at the East Gerudo Ruins. You want to see it on the map, it's pretty clearly a big circle of heroine statues. We've actually seen one of these already off in the Gerudo Highlands. This is where the other seven are. Now, this all links back to the shrine quest we saw from someone who was reading the, encrypted source material in Gerudo Town. So what you can see is there's a whole bunch of balls and a whole bunch of pedestals as well. Now, you could just simply put them all in holes, and I'm going to start with that just to make sure I know where all the balls are. But it's a little bit more challenging than that, because, first of all, goodbye, Sandsteel. I know I hurt your buddy last time, but this is particularly dangerous. If we actually look at it, it says, when the symbols of the seven find their place, the blessed path will be revealed. Thing is, this isn't just a matter of put the balls in their pedestal, you need to also find their symbols. But that's a thing for the future. First things first, we have 4 more pedestals to find, and we don't have the balls for it. We need to go find them. So this one, obviously, is just a little bit further away from, the normal pedestal, so that's pretty easy. And in doing that, actually another one revealed itself to us. We can see there's another ball up on the mound up here. Another ball can be found at the base of one of these statues on the far top right ones. Oop. Sword. There we go. You have to really plonk it out of the sand now, don't you? Okay, and you can go in here. Sandstone, you're having a lot of fun in the distance, aren't you? Yeah, okay. So the final ball, the 7th one that we haven't gotten for the topmost one, is the hardest one to find because the statue actually has a broken sword, and so it's kind of an indication that you need to do a little bit of climbing. Kind of. I hope that kind of gets it across. The ball we're looking for is actually up on her hands. Now, I haven't got a clue why there's this wooden panel here on the right, but it exists, so there you go. Now then, let's plonk those in place. Well, let me see if I can just drop it in from up here. It'd be really cool if I could. Oh no, I'm way off. Yeah, that just plonked into the sand. Okay then. Still not as deep into it as that other one was, so I wonder what kind of impact got that buried. Oh well. Anyway, all 7 balls now have found a pedestal, but they're not in the right one. You need to match up symbols. Where are those symbols? I'll explain them in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these balls out of their pedestal and just in front so I can see them all in the same place. Right, the next thing to do is to find the symbols on each of the statues. Here's the lengthy bit. So this one on the top left has an up arrow on its chest crest. But here's the annoying thing. If you look at the other statues and their chest crest, they don't have anything. In fact, if I'm even going to get a closer look on this particular one to show you. See? Nothing. Really annoying. The statues each have symbols on different parts of their body or statue. So we could also see on the other end, another one has it on its chest, and that looks like a fire symbol. Okay, I'll remember that, but this one obviously doesn't have anything. So remember that, okay? I will go through in detail at the end which each symbol is, but first let's go and find those other symbol places that they can be. So another place they can be is on the actual sword. So this one wants a scroll, as I'm going to describe it as, so that's nice and simple. Now another spot they can be is on the feet. So the bottom one has a symbol on its left foot, whereas I believe the leftmost one has it on its left foot. It actually looks like on the map they're almost symmetrical, whereas it's starting from the gap, the ones on the first left and right go on the feet, the ones on the next left and right go on the chest, the ones on the next left and right go on the sword, and the final one I think doesn't have a symbol, and you have to use the deduction technique to work it out. Anyway, we can see the symbol for the feet on this one means we need to go and grab it. Now here's the tricky bit. I kind of spoiled it already in my phrasing of the earlier sentence, but this one here has it on its sword, but the sword broke, so you wouldn't really find it in its normal spot. It is hidden kind of behind the other part of the sword. It wants a ring though, so nice and easy, the one that was already in front of it. So at this point I'm going to go round in them in a nice simple region, starting from the bottom and going counterclockwise. So the first one wants 2 eyes, or 2 lines. The second one wants a fire symbol. This is a comma symbol. That's the one we wanted for the last one. Hold on a minute. There we go. I'm not sure if fire symbol's the correctish word to you, but it looks kind of like a blue flame, so I'm going to call it that. The third one is a scroll. Fourth one is the double dots, which I haven't put in place because I don't want to activate the shrine just yet, but I will do in a moment. Fifth one is the ring. Sixth one is the up arrow. And the final 7th one is that comma. Nice and simple. So now that those are all in place, just put the last one in and hope I got it right. I'm pretty sure I have. Lovely. The well, I was going to read what type of shrine it was, but the 7 heroes thing got in the way. The Korsh shrine or something? What is this called? Also, I think I went the complete wrong direction to actually get into the entrance, but oh well. It's still not going to tell me what it's called? No, of course not. Once again, funnily enough, it is a blessing shrine. The Korsh Ahu's blessing. Korsh Ahu shrine. And a flame spear. This might be one of my favorite weapons. I don't know why. I love spears. And I love the flamingness on them. Helpful for torches, which will be helpful in a moment. Alright, we're back to the Molduga region we saw last time we did the side quest that required us to defeat a Molduga guts. We're in the Suma Dunes, I believe. It's very far off to the west from Gerudo town. What we saw last time is there was a whole handful of torches. Also, because the Blood Moon has arrived since doing that video, we saw it in the last part of yesterday's episode, blah 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 blah. The Molduga has now come back, but it's fine, because I'm now doing an extra challenge. I'm not just trying to defeat the Molduga. I'm trying to avoid it, but not have it hurt me, while fighting 3 Stowlers Alphos, while trying not to get my Sand Seal dead, while trying to get all the torches lit up. It's a nice little challenge, but yes, in activating all 4 torches, you get a very awfully easy shrine, especially when you've already done this Molduga. Wasn't that quick? Oh, this is new music. What did I do to activate that? What makes that happen? That's cool. Anyway, welcome to the Kayu Shrine. I'm just going to jump on in. There's nothing strange going on here. There's not a massive half-dead creature on the right. What are you talking about? Seriously though, that music was awesome. Right, and once again we have it's another blessing. Jesus, they love these blessings, don't they? It's Takahu's blessing. The golden bowl with durability up, huh? I think this is an extra, yeah, it's durability up plus, so it's more durable than our normal golden blow. Golden blow? Golden bow. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm never gonna not have a golden bow now because I have double durability. Or triple durability, I guess, technically. Oh boy. I should probably use that bow soon, huh? Alright, up next we're going to the next northernmost part, which is pretty much at the northern edge of the desert. We have just come from the Gerudo Tower. They can see actually there was another, oh gosh, an electric keys even. There, oh, what are my words? There was another shrine pedestal that we just flown past. That is part of the Gerudo region, not the Wasteland region, so I'm going to do that in a separate time video. A separate video and a separate time. What we are looking for is this little, not this bit, but that little rock formation there, because on the east side of that rock is the shrine we're looking for. Actually, I can see a treasure here. I was just going to go straight to the shrine, but now that I see this pretty little lady, what do you got for me? 10 ice arrows, not bad. Okay, cool. Let's go and get to the shrine now, shall we? Just turn the corner with this lovely sunset in the background, or sunrise actually. And there it is. Nice and kind of rusty. Sandy? Something's going on with it. The Dako Ta shrine. And that completes the Eye of the Sandstorm quest. Even though we didn't really go through a sandstorm at all, we just went around it from, just hit it from the northern side and just flew down, but I guess I'm technically cheating. Sorry. Right, and this time we actually have a shrine to do. Electric Path. What a creative name. I wonder what's going to happen. And you can see how I got confused. This is the super complicated shrine I was thinking of earlier. Hello, Guardian. Goodbye, Guardian. Look at that. Flame Spear gets them done in one hit. I love it. But yes, this place particularly seems to remind me of Portal and Portal 2, just because it's so claustrophobic. It's great. Anyway, the whole concept of this shrine revolves around that cube over there. It's not just a ball that conducts electricity, it is a cube that is the source of electricity. Therefore, you can take it off the pedestal and the thing will stop moving, but you can still complete the circuit if you touch the rest of the circuit. It's a bit finicky though, but it works. See? Oh, maybe not. There no. No. There we go. You're going to be hearing a lot of that this shrine. There's a lot of Right, I want you to not be flying yet. Oh, shoot, now I'm going to have to make you flying. Okay, drop, Leo. There we go. Wow, okay, good job. Bring you up here. Honestly, it's not a very effective source of power. I mean, you just fly right through everything, but oh well. Okay, cool. Now, I purposely missed a treasure here to show off something that's not very important, but I'll show it off anyway because I'm already here. First of all, electricity conducts and kills everyone on this platform. Nice and easy. Electricity kills. Don't fall for it. But also, don't touch it. So get off the thing, please. Get off. There you go. We can see, not only is there a chest here, there is a chest on the other side of this window, indicating that you missed a treasure chest. If you missed it, and you can see that, then that means you missed it. Go get it. What we need to do is actually have the elevator going, but we need to get off early. So you guys, or just you guy, go down there. Cool. Thank you. I'm going to float on in. No, I'm not, because I missed. Ah, shoot. This is going to take a while to fix. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Da-da-da-da-da-ding. Another moonlight scimitar. Well, just a moonlight scimitar. We have a lot of scimitars now. Actually, no, we don't. We've used them all. It's just the scimitar of the 7 that we have now. Still, we have multiple scimitars. Alright. It is the Gerudo weapon, so it kind of makes sense. Right, now that the cube is permanently stuck to this elevator, we can just move in and out. It's nice and easy. Let's finally make some progress, shall we? Because it's been enough time. Come on. Get on up here, please. Now, interestingly, you can't actually move these electrical platforms. They're just blocks stuck in a very confined space, and they can't move around. But they're not useful for the puzzle anyway. But it's an interesting thing I thought I'd point out. Here's an interesting thing as well. I don't quite get how the logic works here, because there's nothing powering this cube, this metal one. But if you touch it with the electrical cube, it bounces away, as if like the electric rail gets activated. But there's no animation or electricity on it. It just slides, which is really interesting. Look at that. I couldn't explain that for you. I don't know what's going on there. What I do know, though, is there's another path down here that we're going to want to activate. Well, it's an optional thing, but it helps if you don't do too well. This opens a platform to where the cube originally spawns. So if you lose it even, not move it, if you lose it, you can come back just down there, and the thing should have hopefully respawned. You can grab it nice and simply. We're going to need it on the next level up, though. If this elevator is going to move. It is going to... There, okay, good. That was really delayed. Ah, shoot. Go down there. I'm going to turn around. Move elevator, thank you. There we go, okay. So for this next bit, it's basically the same as the beginning with this cube. Use it to complete the circuit from the main point. And have this lovely platform come to us eventually. And we got to do a little bit of waiting, but that's fine. And basically, you can also see the whole geometry of the level, which is kind of cool. Like, I don't know, just we've been mostly underground. Anyway, do note there is a chest, oh hello, way off to the left over there. Anyway, now we want to grab the cube and bring it along with us. So make sure you're completing the circuit, because it's kind of important to actually succeed. Now, you need this cube because without it you will get knocked off by that big metal cube off in the distance. Why are you not electrifying? Come on. Come on, there you go. Cool. You need to push it with the electrical thing that they taught us earlier. Good game design. You taught us the mechanics before we got to them, and then made us use it. Whatever. Cool. Keep on pushing, and that's all great and all. But now that we're here, we need to go a little bit more around the corner, please. A little bit more around the corner, please. Around the corner, please. There you go. Stop. Cool. What I want to do now is I want to push this back the other way so we can actually access the chest. I'm going to put you here just because... Can I get the angle lower or higher even so I can actually see down? Cool. That looks balanced. Cool. That's a lot of micromanagement. Oh, a radiant shield. We've already got one of those, but cool, I guess. I will drop something. For some reason, it wouldn't let me open the chest a second time, so... Oh well. I got it now. Cool. Now let's just hop on. Oof. Good. Okay, and then... Cube. One final bout. Come on, you can do it. That was just dun 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 sound. I swear that's exactly what that note was. Oh well, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, there you go. And get out of here, Q. We don't need you anymore. There's nothing hidden around this monk. I'm pretty sure I can see it, so let's go. Right, now we're going to the final shrine on the northernmost part of the actual Gerudo deserty part. We are off to the northwest of the Gerudo Tower, and we're once again going into a sandstorm, so there is no map to tell us around. What we want to look for is, again, another skeleton, because it is here that we will find the shrine. I am just gliding into nothingness, but I have trust of my own abilities to find things. There we go, cool. Something else I just noticed in my, wanderings around is actually there's a statue here that's got the Traveler's Claymore just sticking out that you can just take, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Anyway, back to the shrine. Now, something I'm pretty surprised I didn't show off before is the Thunder Helm. We're wearing it now. I just completely forgot it's an actual wearable thing after I earned it, but yes, it makes you completely thunder-proof, which is pretty helpful because we were fighting an electric Lizalfos not too long ago. Anyway, a delayed puzzle shrine. The way this works is it's kind of reminiscent of the first few shrines. There is a big ball being pushed backwards and forwards by the platform. Now, I'm not sure if delayed is supposed to be a hint to using the stasis, but that's what we're going to use. You can see there are these switches here, but they don't activate by getting hit by any means. Instead, we want to touch it with the electrical ball. So let me just get up in position, Get out my stasis to delay everything. Boom. Also something interesting. It doesn't get affected by a stasis, that pushing. You would have thought that would like give it a sort of momentum thing, but no, it doesn't. So, interesting. Anyway, it just drops down. So with this very, very simple puzzle, I don't know who made this, but it's very simple. I am not close enough. Here we go. Touch the electrical switch to pass the electricity or something. And the gate opens. Of course, we're not done quite yet. We want to get the treasure off to the left. So to do that, there you can see there is a switch on the upper level from that chest. So just get the ball into that section and get your prize. And another Moonlight Scimitar, of course. Right, now at this point I want to go along the main mountainous region off to the east of the actual Gerudo Desert. So starting off, we're going to go into the bottom rightmost section, because that's what's next. Also, here's something new. A fully formed, but kind of rotten Guardian. Nope, that just looks rotten. Never mind, I'm wrong. Yeah, it's become awfully clear that the Daruk was doing all of the work on that last guy. Oh, good. I just broke the Daybreaker. And the Radiant Shield. Right, here we are in the bottom right peak of the mountain. I will get up a map for it in a moment, but anyway, where we want to go is towards this little hut thing in the corner here, because someone left a diary for us explaining their travels, journeys, and worries about this particular trial, I guess. Read the mountain peak log? Oh yeah. This is a log of my findings concerning the shrine that sleeps on a snowy Gerudo peak. Discovery log day 1. I come to this snowy mountain intended to find the ancient shrine that was written about in an old text. The shrine slumbers near the pedestal on a snowy Gerudo peak. I believe I've arrived at the pedestal mentioned in the passage. Discovery log day 7. It's been 7 days since I arrived at the pedestal mentioned in the ancient text. Unfortunately, I'm eating through my food provisions more quickly than I anticipated. On a brighter note, I found an explanation in the source text that may be the key to this riddle. When the snowy mountain pedestal glows, cast a cold shadow onto its core. I noticed a faint glow to the pedestal for a short while each day, but how to cast a cold shadow onto its core? It seems this calls for further research here. Discovery log day, I've lost count, good lord. I can feel that I'm a hair's breadth away from unlocking the secrets with the... I'm certain that casting and cold refer to a specific type of shadow, but I've run out of food entirely, and I doubt now that I have the tools to do the job, whatever they might be. Right. Secrets of the snowy peaks. Now, the shrine in question, or the pedestal, is on a wall directly to the south of this hut. It took me a long time to find it. Basically, that's kind of the trick. You can't put a ball into its core because it's completely vertical, I guess. So what we need to do is we need to grab a snow-covered rock, or snowball, I think they're supposed to be rocks, that are about the same size as the ball cores we found before. There's like 5 or 6 on this mountain range, so you'll be easy enough to find them. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that the shadow of the ball hits the core. Now that's the part of the cold part. It's a cold shadow, I think. Or I think the cold is referring to having a snowy thing, whereas the casting refers to casting a shadow, and so on from there. What we now need to do is wait between 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I think 4:30 in the afternoon, because that's when the pedestal starts glowing and the shadow lines up. So I will see you in a mo. Alright, it started glowing at least. It is 4 o'clock, so let's just move a bit more. There we go. And I went the wrong way, but there you go. That is the secrets of the snowy peak. The Suma Sama Shrine. That sounds cool. I'd really be interested to know what, who this was named after. And once again, because Gerudo Desert and the Gerudo place loves its blessings. That sounded weird with the monk trying to speak. It's another Suma-sama blessing, or just another blessing. And another Moonlight Scimitar. Jesus. Okay. Wow. Right, now that that is done, there is only 2 more shrines there are left to do in the Gerudo Desert. First one is actually just a little bit northwest of here. It is one of the Labyrinth shrines. There are 3 in the entire game, and you can just see they're just outright maps. So, let's hop on in. There are 3 in total in the entire game, and they all come to collect together to give you a piece of treasure that comes in 3 parts. But we'll get to it a little bit later. First things first, get a good view of the place while you can now. It might help you get your bearings a little bit later. Generally, what you want to do is you need to find the path that takes you directly to the shrine, but on the way there will be treasures there are to find. There are 4 in total in this particular labyrinth, and I'm going to show you where each and every single one is, and to make things a little more easy for you, I am going to start from the actual entrance, rather than just diving in through the roof, because then you'll be stuck in the middle of it. Although, hello, Bokoblin, you are a very advanced Bokoblin. You have... Huh. I didn't think we'd be seeing you for a little bit, but you're quite advanced. Okay, you can tell because of all the markings on him. Well, he's probably gone now. Yep, that's him dead. Yeah, huh. Cool. I was going to set up my arrows just to be safe. But yeah, enemies do get stronger as you fight more enemies, so I guess we're getting to that level where we're going to have to fight some really strong enemies soon, where they can take you out still in one hit with all the stuff you've gained. Right, here is the entrance, the main entrance. Now, the actual shrine is in the very center, as we'll see in a moment. To you, set foot here, my blessing awaits you at the labyrinth's end. So, the Desert Labyrinth Shrine quest begins here. Now, as you can see, there's just a long line in the middle, and so you'd think at the end of the labyrinth, the shrine would just be there, and you're kind of half right. As I said earlier, the shrine is in the very center of this labyrinth, and there is an easy path going straight towards it, but it is underneath this grate. So we're going to have to either find a way to unlock this grate, or go the long way around underground. You can probably have a guess which one it is. Also, this end, in case you're wondering, is just a dead end, no corners or anything. Cool, I'll meet you at the beginning where we go through it nice and simply. Alright, back we are again at the main entrance. I'm now going to accidentally climb this wall. It is a thing you can do if you want to cheat the path. I guess you can try and climb the massively tall walls if you want to. But anyway, we're going to take the path to the left first. This particular labyrinth is separated into 4 different rectangles, and each of those 4 different rectangles are then split into 2 squares. So we're going to go through every rectangle piece by piece and then develop to see the path that we need to go on, basically. So starting off, we're going with the northeastern rectangle. Here is the entrance nicely here. And what it does, again, as you can imagine, there's a big square on the right, and there'll be another one even further on the right. Interestingly, there is some black Maag around, but you can't actually find an eye to destroy it, or at least I never found it in my practice file, so there you go. Right, now I'm going to give you a whole loop around the rectangle just to prove, hey, yes, it is a rectangle. There are 4 sides on it, as every rectangle does, but only one actually enters you into the next level in. This is kind of like an onion, I guess, this whole labyrinth. Anyway, here is where the path should diverge. Yeah, there we go. There's a path to the right to one square and a path to the left to the other. If you go to the more southern square, once again, there's 4 sides and only one is the entrance, and of course it's on the west side again, you will find a treasure chest. So this is on the bottom square of the top right rectangle. Oh, a Gerudo shield. Nice. Durability up. I'll probably take it. Yeah, sure. I mean, I did break my Daybreaker not too long ago, so I guess I kind of need another shield now, don't I? Or I need to find a diamond to fix it. Anyway, right, now that that's done, also if you want, you can try and get your bearings by holding down ZL and like going in the same direction if you need that. I never really had trouble with orienteering, so I don't really find myself getting lost in these sort of labyrinths. I'd like to take a big scale maze puzzle again in real life one day. I remember I did it once, and I can't remember exactly what happened. I was with my family and I was like 5, so maybe 4, so like it didn't really click, but oh well. If you do get stuck in a maze in real life, by the way, just hold one wall and keep following it. It'll take you out eventually.
Your root's protection is now ready to roll.
It just might be a really long path, but oh well. Anyway, the upper square of that top right rectangle doesn't have anything new. In case you were interested, I just decided to show it off. Right, once again, I'll meet you back at the entrance when we take the top left rectangle. Alright, here we are at the entrance again. I have some lovely style creatures chasing after us because it's nighttime, so how fitting. But no, we're going to go to this top I should really be saying north, south, east, and west because it's more easy to follow that way. So the northwestern rectangle, I'm just going to run past style people because it's not really a big issue. Now, why is it so far away? God damn it. I mean, it makes sense because it's, well, even then, it's more filler than actually confusing, but oh well. Anyway, here is the next rectangle. The treasure for this one is a little more hidden. I don't actually think so. I think, actually, no. I believe it's actually in the center of this rectangle. You just need to find the way around to it. So let's go to the southern square first, and you'll see, you can go right through it, and there's nothing there. Also, though, all of these squares do have a nice little hole in the center of them, which is kind of interesting. I guess maybe to help you if you wanted to fly in, or just to be confusing. But yeah, anyway, this rectangle has gates, or grates as I called them earlier, in the way, so it's kind of a way to block your path but also tell you what path to go on, because obviously you want to be on the other side of that grate most likely. Now this is the other square. Again, unlike the last rectangle, this one doesn't have a treasure either. It's just empty, and again, it's got a nice little chimney to the purpley sky up above. But this grate does kind of hint that there is more to this path, because there's a coiling path in the middle here that the first rectangle didn't have that hides the treasure number 2. A gold rupee. Nice. I guess this one is actually hard to find, according to the developers. Right, once again, I'll see you at the entrance. Although we can also see some black mogmore. That was in the wrong order, but okay. And from this point, you just keep going southern to get to the next rectangle automatically. It's not so much that you always have to go from the outermost part. Now we're sort of more into the labyrinth bit, and there's more black mog around. But it's fair enough. So now we're in the southern western rectangle. Just sort of try and separate the labyrinth into pieces, and it makes things easy to follow. So there's not actually anything in the northern square, but you can see that there is a big old black mog here that we're going to want to get to the other side of, because that's where the treasure of this rectangle is. So to do it, there's actually 2 paths. There's this one here that will take you to a square, and this one here that will take you to the outer area. If we go and look in this square area, we'll see there's no treasure. What a surprise. And it's actually the outer layer that we want to go into, even though it's going to loop us all the way around. Oh well, you get used to it. There's a path on the left and the right here. The left will take you further into the labyrinth and take you to the southeastern rectangle. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to phrase that. If you go to the right, to the very southwest corner, you'll get a Gerudo scimitar. Cool. On the exact opposite side of the black mog that you may have missed. It's kind of easy to miss. Right, and this is the other path taking us further into the labyrinth. Now this place is actually kind of interesting because it's actually lower down. It's supposed to be underground, so you actually have to jump to get places. Also, interestingly, there's a big old shield in this black mog. Remember that later, because we'll hopefully go and get it. Anyway, here is the other path. Again, there's more black mog, but at least we have entrance to the rectangle. Now, this place is... it's not really complicated to me, actually, no. So the southern square is just sort of a little divergence on the path. And once again, there is actually treasure here. Oh, I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. It's just silver rupees, though, so it's not very hard to lose. But the rest of this place is just standard. Like, this was just a slight divergence on the path, so I can understand why they didn't reward you as richly. As long as you remember where you came from and where you're going, you can go to this bit, get to the northernmost square of this rectangle. And what's really interesting is there's a little bit more to this place. Because everything's been so detached, we haven't actually gotten to this section of the labyrinth, even though you would have thought you could just access it from the outer line. Anyway, there's also black mog up there, which is kind of interesting. Here is the final room. Because, after everything we've gone through, we're now underground enough and in the right position that we can get to the Dila Maag shrine. And there is nothing behind it. Thought I'd check. Anyway, interestingly, there is a ladder that goes straight up toward the grate, so gee, I wonder what's going to happen to this grate sometime in the future, and or when we complete the shrine. This is the Dila Maag's blessing. What a surprise, it's a blessing shrine, because we're in Gerudo Desert and it is a labyrinth, so you've done the trial already, technically. Barbarian armor. This stuff increases your attack and generally just makes you look awesome. Like, look at this. That's awesome. I don't know, man. I love it. Anyway, yes, the 3 labyrinths are going to get you the 3 pieces of barbarian armor. We will get to them in the future. One of the labyrinths is actually already properly available to us. The other one is still hidden behind a map that we haven't unlocked yet, but we will come to those in a future time. Alright, and what a surprise, the crate is gone. Wow, who did that? Nobody knows. Right, let's move on. Although before we do, I'm going to get this goddamn sword in the Maag, because there's no eye to get it, but I want it. Come on, just give me the... Alright, so we're here now. We are just a little bit northwest of the main path that gets us towards the first stable in this region. Just a little bit higher up, and we can go and find... Goron's in the Gerudo region? I mean, actually, we already met, like, 3, but oh well. Ugh, not yet, not yet. I'll do my best. Huh, so interesting the side guys don't have names.
Pump it up, brother! Oh, it's the 4th Goron blood brother, the one who somehow beat our famous cut check challenge. This is our ancestral training ground, little man. We're smack in the middle of a contest of endurance. Feel the burn, brother. We're training to become even manlier Goron men, brother. Right now, we're committed to see who can beat the heat.
So sweaty, brother. Of course, since you beat the gut check challenge, you'll want to try this too. We're Gorons, but we can't really stand this extreme heat either. That's why we came here to train. After this, we'll be able to handle the extra heat in Goron City, no problem.
Hey, I have an idea. Come, join us.
Yeah, come try the contest of endurance yourself, brother.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Good answer. A guy like you has a burning passion in his belly.
It's inspiring, brother.
When you're ready, step out onto this platform. Then the contest of endurance will commence.
Alrighty, this opens the test of will.
If you leave the ring or pass out, it's over. You lose, got it? Okay, now prepare yourself for... Contest of Endurance, go!
So all you need to do is stand here and endure the heat. Oh boy, if you have healing items, you're good. So really, just survive in the heat for a little bit.
You're amazing. I never would have thought the 3 Goron blood brothers could lose to you, brother. In fact, I'm granted you the highest honor, the chance to participate in the contest of ultimate endurance.
It's where our ancestors trained. It's considered the toughest test known to Goron kind.
You see the ring behind me, the one where I was surrounded in fire? Did you feel it in your gut? What a bad idea it is to go in there. Your gut's dead on, brother.
That special training area is even harder than the last ring.
This contest won't just challenge you with heat, but also with fire. If you lose your focus, your body will catch fire. Make sure you're prepared for this, brother. It's said that passing this test will reveal a shrine, or some such. If you think you're ready for it, climb into the ring. Do you think do that and think we'll begin? Huh? Is that heat-resistant gear you have there, brother? A real Goron man shouldn't have to rely on wussy stuff like that. Go on up and take the challenge without help.
Well, alright, they said no heat-resistant armor, so I guess I'll take it off. Alrighty. Instead, I think I'll try and look like a pirate or something.
You're standing up there, which can only mean one thing. You're ready to push yourself to your limits, brother? The rules for this contest of ultimate endurance are the same as ever. Leave the ring or faint and it's over. Okay, time for the world-famous Contest of Endurance, go!
So, it's so hot, you're gonna be burning. Make sure you have those healing items. I don't know why I'm taking off my weapons, but it feels... Well, actually, it looks like something's burning, actually.
Get burned out.
Roar! So epic, brother! What a powerful display. What fire. That was something else, brother.
Whoa, that's a shrine or some such. It really appeared just like that.
So the legend is true, brother. You won the contest of ultimate endurance, little man. You're amazing.
Thank you. I am still a little bit on fire. Let me out of here, please. Thank you. Say anything new?
Pump it up, brother. Ah, it's the 4th Goron Blood Brother. He who beat the gut check challenge and the contest of ultimate endurance. That's why I'm preparing something worthy of a Goron brother like you. Call it Super Gut Check Challenge. The more gains, the merrier, brother.
Whew. Well, okay then. Welcome to the Joloo Shrine. I only burnt my butt off to get it. Literally. Kind of. But no, seriously, I look like a pirate. It's great. And this is not actually, you know what I'm trying to say here, a blessing. This is an apparatus one, and a pretty tricky and annoying one. So the concept is, you have a massive floating cube that you need to spin. And what you need to do for this one is charge all of the little units. Nicely, easily done. Remember that for later. This is basic learning. Whoa, great. Here's the next challenge. It's not really that challenging, but it took me quite a while to actually work it out in my practice file. You have now a big cube with fans or with wind, and you want to blare all 4 of the fans. The tricky thing is you can actually manipulate the environment. You'd think you can like somehow activate all 4 because there's a delay between when the fans stop and when the fans start. So it looks like times there are fans on different levels that are both able to spin at the same time, but they're not. Like it looked like there I had all 4 spinning for a moment. I didn't. It was just taking a while to slow down or speed up. So what we need to do is we need to manipulate with the environment. And how do you do that? It's pretty simple. Here's a box. And what we need to do with box is if you take it off, you reveal a button and reveal that this fan was put up on an extra level, and if you put it on the other one, what a surprise. There we go. That one lifts up. And then all you need to do is step on this one and all 4 are up, and then you can just blow them away. It took me a little bit too long to realize that the apparatus can actually just be frozen in time, because it is always frozen in time. So you can angle it correctly first and then press the button, and then it will work. But also more interesting is there is this chest here, which we will get in a moment as well. Now to get the chest you can actually do a handful of things, but the thing I personally like to do is I like to grab the box, lift it way up high with magnesis, and then stasis it on the way down so that it's on level and I can use it just as an extra platform. So what you need to do is you need to have it so that both buttons are pressed down for a bit of time. The way you do that is by stasising it while it is down. It will stay there for long enough and you can get through. Nice. Now here's the next apparatus. Super annoying. It's now a bunch of torches rather than a bunch of electricity, and they can get extinguished by either of the water spouts on the left and the right. On top of that, there is a chest up high that you can use to get yourself a lovely chest. That did not land anywhere near me. Okay. The Gerudo spear. Nice. Inventory full, of course it is, but oh well, I'll sort through my items and whatever. Now, I'll be honest with this apparatus. This took me a long time. So, there's a handful of things you can do to manipulate with this. You can use stasis on the water spouts to block them. You can, well, that was the main thing. The other main thing you have to try, or can try to do, is actually spin the block and have it so that the torches are not touching the water as you turn them. Generally, you'd want to, like, turn them diagonally so that none of them actually line up with the direct left and the direct right, but controlling the apparatus and the motion controls of the Joy-Cons does not work. I did this forever. I got to the point where I could master positioning the torches together just by having it directly up, directly down, directly left, directly right, you know, all that fun stuff, directly upside down, because that's kind of how this cube works. It's very poignant on its angles. It has to be 90% to angle right. But the transitions wasn't working. So what I ended up doing, and I would highly recommend if you want to actually save a lot of time, freeze the torches so that they're not being touched by any water anywhere, and then just use fire arrows. They all need to be on fire. Fire arrows do the job. That's what I would recommend, because God, is it frustrating, this goddamn puzzle. Remember how I said I wasn't going to actually do all the stuff from the Gerudo region and just the wasteland? I'm wrong, because there's only 4 to do. So let's go and start with Cass, who has a shrine quest for us.
Forgive me, I was lost in a song written by my late teacher. He wrote it for the hero who fell to the calamity 100 years ago.
So much time has passed, and yet the hero has not yet returned, but my teacher always kept faith. I hope to play the song for the hero someday, so I practice it often. Oh, forgive me, it seems I've prattled on. I know a song about this place. Would you like to hear the ancient verse passed down in this region? Let's hear it.
Oh.
Excellent. Without further ado. So I tried to sing that in rhythm. They don't work. I still don't quite understand the lyrics, but knowing my teacher, they're the key to revealing a secret. Best of luck. May the light illuminate your path. Right, sign of the shadow. So as light shines from the northwest skies, from the tower's shadow an arrow flies, pierce heaven's light to reveal the prize. Gosh, I can't rise. Rhyme. God damn it. You know what, never mind. So, as we can see over here, we flew over it earlier, there is a shrine pedestal for us, and what we need to do is we need to wait for the tower's shadow to cast over it, and then we need to shoot a fire arrow at the sun. We need to pierce towards heaven's gaze with a fire arrow, because why not? Now, to do this, you actually need to wait until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We just missed it. It's 6 o'clock, so really we didn't just miss it, but you could see the tower's shadow was way out of the way. So I'm going to fast forward to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we'll go see what's there. Now you can actually hear it glow just like the snow pedestal did on the wall. And that means you can use it now, even though the shadow is not quite cast over us yet. So let's get out our fire arrows and pierce it at the heaven's gaze, and... What a surprise. Is that riddle difficult? The only part that would really throw me off is, hello Sasa Shrine, is the fire arrow part. They didn't really emphasize that. They just said an arrow flies. Why does it have to be a fire arrow? Is it because it's a sun thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to change my costume because we're going to need to take this seriously. I only ever usually wear pants for either the context of the story or to actually help with an actual element like sand boots or snow boots, but in this case, I'm really going to need some pants because we're going to need the armor. A modest test of strength. I'm going to also prepare my weapons. Give me a moment. Welcome to an arena. We haven't done one of these in a while. I think last time might have even been just Kakariko Village. But now we're up against a Guardian Scout Mark III, I believe. So this guy is quite a challenge. First of all, he's already got a good opening strategy. I'm going to use my Flame Spear because it's my favorite weapon. What we're going to want to do is basically just bash it as much as we can and just do what we can do to dodge its attacks, because some of his attacks are awfully damaging. So he's got a spear, so you want to keep a distance when he's got that out, and he's also got a sword which he'll be occasionally slicing at you. He's also got laser beams that he or laser pellets, I guess, that he shoots at you. For those, you generally want to just be locking onto him and moving to the side and you should be fine. Here's his next move though. He will come charging at you with a spinning attack. If you hide behind a pillar, you can stun him, and then you can do a whole bunch of more damage, which is nice and easily done with great. I don't think we've ever fought one of these guys before, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I might be wrong, but oh well. Here's another new move that I definitely don't think we've seen in this series so far. Let me get another weapon. Thunderblade is pretty good against them. There we go, Thunderblade, cool. So now he's going to get real short for some reason and do a bunch of lasers in a circle. This creates an updraft which we can use to fly over him and drop a couple bombs on him to stun him more. Boom! That didn't actually do him any damage. Well, didn't stun him, like didn't stop his attack, but oh well. We can always use this opportunity to get out our arrows. I would use an ancient arrow, but that's not fun. I am actually quite enjoying this fight. I like the difficult fights, especially when I'm not completely being tarnished from them. The fact that I'm like able to dodge, I don't know, it's fun, you know. Like Thunderblight Cannon, maybe not as fun, but this Guardian's pretty cool. Mainly because I feel like I'm actually doing well. Right, I've said this 1,000 times already. Right, great Flame Blade. Now that you broke my favorite weapon, god damn it. When he's shooting pellets, don't jump. You will get hit by them because Link's too slow when he jumps, ironically enough. Right, you're going to do this again. You're almost down anyway, so this is a nice and quick fight. Here you go. Here you go. I blew myself up. Also, if you get hit in the lasers, you will get bounced a couple times. Thankfully, they don't hurt every time. I feel like maybe the later marks might hurt you later on, but oh well. If you're not going to react, then cool. Right, here we go. What are you going to do now, buddy? What are you going to do now? Oh, okay, here we go. He's going for Final Destination. I don't know what that means. I think I was trying to say, like, his final desperation, I think was what I was looking for. Super powerful laser. I hope we've seen this before, but I don't think we have. Basically, he shoots a laser, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. Now, he could shoot more. Maybe the later marks might, but this guy can be quite challenging. Don't let this laser hit you. You're as good as dead if it does. So what I'll do is run around and get closer. I'm going to get a spear out so I can get a little bit of... Well, yeah, flame spear. But wait, my flame spear? I thought... Do I have a second one? Or maybe I wasn't paying attention to my items good enough. I think I might have not been. Oh, well. You, buddy. This is my chance to get you while I can, so... Don't you dare, 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 don't you dare. Oh. God, those fights are satisfying, though. Oh, I love them. Cool. Right, I'm going to pick up everything you've got. You got a Guardian Spear Plus, nice, and a Guardian Sword Plus, and Ancient Screws, Ancient Gears, Ancient Springs. Cool. Right, let's go and collect our reward. What reward could we possibly get for getting the second hardest Guardian Scout variety? What kind of treasures await us in this lowly shrine hidden by shadows? A Frostblade, attack up 6. That's crazy. I like that. I have so many weapons I want to put on my wall in my home in Hateno Village, but I don't have enough. I've only got like 3 for each type of weapon. It's a real shame as well, because like I've half been collecting some of these items to specifically hang up on my wall. You may have noticed. Oops. Alright, now that that shrine is nicely done, I have put the pins of the other shrines we want to go to, so I've been following that slowly. The next one we're going to is just northwest of the Gerudo Tower. I will see you in a moment. Here we are, so here's the pedestal. It's actually glowing already, which is kind of interesting. This doesn't have as much of an elaborate plan. If you seek power untold, offer a shining blue stone. You would have thought that would mean the big glowing orbs that usually go into these pedestals, but no, there's no dent for it. And it's interesting to note, actually, we are right above... Actually, we're just south of that hole in the top of the Yiga clan hideout path, if you remember that. It's interesting how that all lines up, but yeah, actually, is this the hole? No, or are we below the hole? Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, if you go further enough north, you will actually have to face a couple of Yiga soldiers, which is pretty cool. Also, as a little side note, Yiga's weakness? Bombs. Look at this. They just go flying, and then you get another one. And then if you get it in range, boom! Oh, we got away in time, okay. Like, seriously, what a fun way to just mess with these guys. Just, look at him, he's so pathetic right now. Boom! And then he's gone. Nice and easy. Anyway, let's go back to that shrine, because we don't even need to go far to collect an orb. You need a glowing blue stone, and this pedestal is surrounded by glowing blue stones. All you need is a single luminous stone that you hold and then drop onto the pedestal. Super easy, huh? And you can just take the Luminous Stone back too. Right, I'm going to spend a moment to get these Luminous Stones. Give me a moment. The Dantu Shrine. 2 bombs. This is a nice and simple kind of shrine. So first of all, interestingly enough though, the path straight forwards is blocked. You have to go to the path directly left. Also, I'm going to take off these pants now because I don't need them right now. So this whole thing, what do you know, is surrounded by bombs. Now this first room, once we get through, is going to give us the very, very basic mechanics of the place. So here is a thing that occasionally shoots stuff up, and if we go up higher, we shall see that there is a switch surrounded by explodable barrels. Also around the back, there is a treasure chest if you want to get all the treasure. That would be a good thing to look out for. Silver rupee, nice. Now what you need to do, nice and simply, is cause a collateral explosion, collateral damage, either way. Put a bomb on the thing, let it shoot up, blow it up, you got a switch. Woohoo! And that unlocks the second room. Now the second room is pretty much the same mechanic, except just one thing missing. Now the path, or the shooty thingy, is not shootying anymore. Shootying. What you need to do is you need to use another bomb to activate the switch to actually lift it up. So now we need to just, first of all, need to put this thing down, but generally, what we want to do is we want to use a bomb to shoot ourselves up, or at least shoot another bomb up later, and then do the exact same thing again. Like so. And that'll open the third and final door. Now, through here, we shall find the thing that I actually kind of find a little bit challenging. So now we have two pedestals shooting backwards and forwards across a switch, which then will activate a platform that will open the way to us. But there's a little bit more to it. You need two bombs, of course, so there's going to be a little bit mechanics to it. So if we use one bomb and fly it over, and explode, is that? No, wait, hold on. And we explode it in midair, we'll see the platform rises, but the gate shuts. So we need to use a second bomb to then bring the platforms down and then open the gate again so we can get through. So what you need to do is you need to have one bomb going along to fly above. Generally, it seems to be the cube one falls into the switch location, if I don't mess it up like that, and the round one will fly over. So you want to get the, I would probably recommend exploding the square one first, but you know, explode one bomb to open the bath, and then explode the other to unlock the rest. Like so. Lovely. And there's nothing hidden around this monk, so let's get out of here. And because this thing is annoying me, I am going to go and get this Saflina. Thank you very much. Right, next up, we are going way off to the northeast, because in this section here, right by the Labyrinth Mesa, is our next shrine. See you there. So here we are, just a little bit left of the place. That was a bit more of a detailed map, if that helps you. The shrine is covered in a massive block of ice and being kept by a couple of icy wizrobes. There you go, that's a much more better version of the map showing. What we need to do is we need to destroy these ice wizrobes. Wizrobes are a pretty challenging foe, but ice ones in particular can be taken out in one hit. Let me get this rush room, thank you. They can be taken out in one hit with the opposite elemental attack. So a fire arrow will take them out quickly. Like so, and like so. Well, wasn't that challenging? The next step you need to do that's supposed to be the challenging part is try and resist all of this rocks. You need to now melt this massive block of ice. Now you can actually see that is not a ingredient, that was just a food. That was just a bird even. Oh, I'm lost. Just having this flame blade out makes it sweat a little bit and melt, but it's very slow in its progress. So what I recommend doing is actually getting a campfire out. You do this by holding a piece of wood and a piece of flint, you drop them down, and then you actually hammer them with something metal. There are actually two equipments you need to think. You need wood as well as the flint. It was the thing that confused me when I first started playing the game. You don't just need flint and you hit it. You need flint and the wood together. Hit it, you burn it, and it's all good. I also ended up using fire arrows to speed up the process because it's a really long process. The Kurtakar Shrine. Melting ice hazard. Offer me a block of ice, only then will the path open. Alright, so this is a bit of a debatable shrine in my mind. So what you need to do is you need to grab this block of ice and bring it through the rest of the area while avoiding fire. The thing is, this game kind of breaks its own rules a little bit. It sort of breaks its own logic at the end, and I don't like it. So let me show you what I mean. First of all, you can use, obviously, your normal moving attacks to actually avoid the fire bars and all that fun stuff. Throwing the ice is particularly helpful. In fact, actually, I'm probably going to use it in every one of these because just to give a point, right? So you want to avoid the ice and the fire getting together, obviously. If you roll this, it will slide just enough under that you can kind of grab it and do that, and that's nice and easy and fun, yeah? There's also a metal block in the middle here. You would have thought there's like a secret underneath it by the fact that it's grabbable, but no, it's actually grabbable grabbable for things later. Another thing you could do is with the fire path earlier, instead of throwing the ice cube, you could have got this thing out and then like pulled the ice cube along the floor if you wanted to. We're just going to use it as a nice little platform. You're also expected to use that block to to get through this path of flames here. But that's not quite how the logic goes. There's also another flame bar here, but we're going to get to there soon. You also can't stasis his fire, in case you wanted to know. Thought I'll show off all the opportunities. Because something you can do is just put the ice through the fire. If you throw it, it will shrink in size, but it gets through. I don't like that. That seems like a kind of thing that, like, I like that it at least loses its size a little bit, but like, that would be like your last resort. I wouldn't think that should be the answer, and to be fair, it's not the answer for this puzzle. It's the answer for this puzzle. You can't use the big block to block the flames up here, because you can't have it lifted up on the roof and stasis it there. The timing just doesn't work. So you actually have to throw the ice cube through fire to complete this shrine. And the fact that that's the right answer bothers me. I don't know why, but, well, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Logistically, I get that it would only shrink in size. It wouldn't disappear immediately. Also, we can't just run through the flames, so we can't just do that, in case you're wondering. But, I don't know. I wish there was another... like, it'd be nice that they can happen, but I didn't want it to be the way it happened, you know? Like, I feel like I lost a bit of logic there. I don't know. Anyway, the big block is not going to be entirely useless to us to make a point. We are actually going to need it to get one of the treasures in the shrine, because there is a treasure chest up here behind these flames. All we need to do is use the block to break the flame, to block the flames. The block to block the flames? Yes, the block to block the flames. No frames, no brocks, and no stop. Also, though, for this puzzle, to actually get Link through, you need to lift up the block and walk along, so there is no other way for the ice cube. I'm sure I've drilled this into your head now, but I really don't like that idea. Another Frostblade with critical hits. Huh, that doesn't have attack 7, but, you know, that's pretty cool. And now we're done. Well, an extra small ice cube. You don't have to have it this small. You can have it one size bigger, but you can't have it full size because this goddamn... Right, our next stop is just along the northern part of the main Gerudo summit. Or it's the northeast pass, actually. There is a massive pedestal on the side of the mountain with a massive symbol indicating electricity. There is actually a side, like a shrine quest that's activated by a guy called, I think, Gegel or something. But like most of these shrines, they usually get ignored as long as you don't talk to the people. So, whoops, I never found Gregel, so I can't find out about this place. But anyway, what you need to do is you need to zap it. So a shock arrow is probably your best option. I'm surprised I'm alive. But yes, so just get a shock arrow and pierce the pedestal, and you're good. You know, does that pedestal know if it's specifically the hero that shocked the electricity? What if it was just a lightning strike that shocked it, you know? Then would the shrine just be open? Is that why the other shrines are already open? Why are some open and some not, huh? Oh well. Anyway, this is the Kayu shrine. And oddly enough, it gives us a blessing. Very basic shrine. But it's a diamond, so I'm gonna probably use that to fix my daybreaker. Because I broke it. I broke the daybreaker. The day is saved? Right, now that is done, there is only one last shrine to do in the whole of this entire Gerudo region, and that is to the west of the Gerudo summit, over on this little mound here. Here it is. I'm just floating towards it quite nicely. There's some interesting, like, Japanese-style music with that two-string Japanese instrument playing. It might have been because I was flying way up high along a dragon at one point, but who knows. Anyway, let's drop down here and let's see our final shrine. Likes to end on a bang. This is the Kema Sasa shrine. And that might not mean much right now, but I'm gonna wear some armor.
Daruk's protection is now...
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Kema Sasa. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this combat trial. A major test of strength. We already had a modest, but now we're already diving into a major. We're going to be fighting a Guardian Scout Mark IV, meaning it has all of its limbs, and we're in ankle-deep water for some reason. This doesn't actually come up in the fight, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't have an electricity attack. We do, though. So this guy, he has a shield and a spear and an axe. He was going to come up with a spell... Blah, blah. I'm already losing my words because I'm getting a little intimidated. So his pellets are generally you can just dodge by moving away. His spear you can generally dodge by being at a distance. But he's got his normal Guardian Scout attacks. He's got a spinning attack, and now we don't have pillars to dodge. So just keep moving to the side, especially a side jump would be helpful. Ooh, hello, that was super helpful. You're frozen for a long time too. Cool, I'll accept that. Oh, I should not have jumped for those pellets. Cool, the axe is the thing you really want to be worried about. That does a ton of damage, but it's kind of easy to flurry rush because his movement is quite slow and predictable. Now, our main way that I think I'm going to fight this guy is we're in ankle-deep water, he hasn't got any electrical attacks, and I have a thunder helm that makes me electric-proof. So, if I don't get sliced at the tiniest bit of the end of the blade, if I get a shock arrow and shoot the water, it'll stun him, won't stun me, and we can do a little bit of damage, constantly. First, let me get some more ice stuff done, because it's kind of fun. Right, let's go for a... I did not mean to actually change my weapons. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So, stun the water, it stuns him. Yeah, not for very long either though, but okay. Any other time to attack is not very advisable because his shield will block a whole bunch of attacks. So generally you want to find a time to stun him. Although, yeah, like that, he's not like Thunderblight Ganon, and his shield is not going to just disappear if you hit it enough, unfortunately. It's not like our shields. It's a really good shield. Good job we'll be getting it soon. Right, I'm gonna keep using my tactic. Oh boy, you are not getting close to me, brother. But otherwise, I don't really think there's too much else to show in the fight. The modest test of strength kind of showed us most of what he can do. The only thing that's really new is he's got a shield now, and he has a lot more health and an axe. But like, really, not too much different. I'm sorry if you really want to see this fight. I'm sure you'll be seeing. You saw plenty from the last one. Let's be honest. There's nothing interesting here, really. Oh wait, jump. Okay, I got a little bit too cocky with that, because that fight was going too well. So I decided to just go a little bit too full frontal, and the axe just got me in the back. Really, that was the hip, but okay, let's try this again, shall we? Oh, come on! The moment I locked onto him, it went at a different angle and it wouldn't run perpendicular. Damn it. Alright, this time I'm taking no prisoners. We should be fine. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm not going to make the same mistakes. Okay, he's building up his final attack. Let me eat my last little bits of berries. Okay, buddy. Let's go for this. So, man, generally, I just went taking no prisoners. You are not getting this. I'm using the 7 of the scimitars or whatever to get you down. Good. Just shocked him as much as I could and took him down as much as I could. Just kept bullying, basically, is all I did. The Thunder Helm Electric Shock really makes this quite easy. Ancient Shafts, yes. I should be able to, I think, upgrade with that. Anyway, Guardian Shield ++, Guardian Spear ++, and the Guardian Axe ++. Super good weapons. Again, I'm going to plaster these on my wall, probably, for a better fight. Whew. Right. That's all done now. This is going to be a really long video, isn't it? Well, whoops. Anyway, our final treasure is a mere silver rupee for defeating that difficult thing. Don't know why you're even housing them, monk. Maybe you're a bad guy, and that's what this is all about. Or maybe you're just... I don't know. Why are we... Since when was the goddess people and the god... Well, actually, they were friends once, but, you know they're bad now, so why have you kept one to attack me? Ah, well, I guess it is a test of strength, but still, it's a little bit debatable. Let's go and actually payoff for these things. We got a whole bunch of spirit orbs. Let's get some money back. I don't know why I said money. Money is not the right phrase. But anyway, the goddess statue can be found along the left end of the entrance past the sand seals. And we can see this girl and the goddess statue.
What's a Vo doing here? Surprised you might be able to fool all the other Vi around here, but you won't fool me so easily. Don't worry though, it doesn't matter much to me what you do. But since you came all the way back here, maybe you'd like to stay a bit and chat. Oh, the goddess statue has been here since long before I was even born. No one really believes in that stuff anymore though, so they tend to avoid stopping here. Kind of like they avoid me. But somehow I'm has to keep the goddess statue company, so here I am. It's such a great treat to chat with a Vo again. Will you humor me a little bit longer? Oh, I may not be looking it, but I was quite the traveler when I was young, quite a beauty too. It was a rare thing for a Vo not to notice me come into a room. But I had a fairy tale notion in my mind. I'd heard of the Lover's Pond, and I thought I'd meet my true love there. I traveled all across Hyrule searching for this fabled place, but I couldn't find it. And before I knew it, I'd grown old. The Vo no longer turned when I walked in. Oh, don't look so sad. I stopped being sad about it a long time ago, and I chased my dreams. It's such a treat. Anyway, goodbye. Just live your life to the fullest, little Vo.
Thank you, Muava. Don't know why you're here, but okay. Oh, look at that stamina. So good. Alright, so next time we'll take on those Koroks and anything else we want to complete, including that extra fairy we saw in the bottom left-hand corner of the whole map. So, yeah. On that note, my name's been Daz. You didn't really care, and I will see you in a bit. As light shines from the north, west skies from the towers. Nah, that doesn't work.